Violectric is a 7-piece rock band that is comprised of a string quintet, which is the 5 string instruments, 2 violins, viola, cello, upright bass, but we've also added keys and live acoustic drums. But I think the idea started way back when, and I won't say what year, but I will say that my dad was listening to vinyl records, specifically Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti, and on that is a song called Kashmir, and they used live strings. Well, needless to say, I was hooked from that point on, and I think I always knew from that point on that I wanted to do rock music as a violinist. It is definitely unique for strings to be in a rock genre, but yet it's actually been happening for at least the last 50 years or so. There's always been the infusion. The question is, though, has it been mainstream where the violin or the cello or one of those instruments that's considered a traditional accompanying instrument to a rock band has taken the lead and taken the melody? And that's what I think sets us apart from many of the other groups.
When you take something like a violin, people might think it's classical, and you do something unique like, oh, we're going to take that particular instrument, but we're going to play rock music or classic rock music. Music, for a lot of us, is interchangeable. Just because you play a certain style or a certain instrument, really, you could do so many different things, and that's one thing that Violectric has tapped into and definitely makes it unique.
I started playing a lot of classical music in school and in college, but then, I like listening to this kind of music, this classic rock that, my dad loved listening to, and it was like, well, why not play something that I like to listen to as well? It's a different take on the original, but it still reminds people of the song.
People's reactions go from everything to, that's so cool, all the way to, that's string players? There is everything in between. Some people are shocked that it's, wait, that's a classical instrument, how dare you play rock music on it? All the way to, how do I learn how to do this?
We're having a good time, and when we're having a good time, the audience feeds off of that, so everyone has a good time. I feel fortunate enough to play with really good musicians, but they're really good people. So that mix kind of comes together in what makes Violectric Violectric.
And when you realize that, there's 11 lines there. 11 lines is the mapping of the human voice from the lowest voice that I can't do to the highest voice. I think I was born a teacher. We have Violectric education programs that range everywhere from the youngest students all the way to the university level. We definitely love the opportunity to give back to our community. For example, for our youngest students, we like to go into an existing class of students where we will work with them and show them not only that rock music is an option for music, and a lot of times they're not even at the point yet where they're using the bow on the string. They're just plucking the strings. So what we do is we like to go in and help the teacher, help the instructors, and that's from the younger students. And then again, we like to play for them, and so they can hear that, wow, I didn't know you could play that on a violin. People think, oh, that's guitar music, or oh, that's vocal music, and yet here we are playing it on traditional string instruments that they're used to seeing in a symphony or with the opera and ballet.
I think it's an amazing opportunity to have artists such as Violectric in the Central Florida community willing to come into the Dr. Phillips Center School of the Arts, because I think it motivates kids to be able to see professionals who are working in their field and have one-on-one access with them. Violectric works all over the world. And if I was a 10-year-old violin student and I had Michelle Jones helping me learn fingering on my violin, it would be very impactful and meaningful.
I can see that they enjoy what they're doing, and it's this freedom for them. It is crucial to have this opportunity. I don't know where I would be if I didn't have this opportunity to play. If I didn't know these colors were in life, I think I'd be living in a black and white world. Maybe one day they'll be doctors and lawyers, but they'll still love music.
It's really fun having them here because we get to know like how to do it, and they helped us a lot and let us learn new things. We learned how to use the bow a little bit more, how to like hold it and put it on the violin.
I was around a lot of musicians when I was younger, but never stringed instruments. So it just seems like magic to me that they can move their hands up and down and hit the right notes. And it was great to actually ask somebody, wait, is this magic? How are you doing that?
I love playing, but I certainly hope that what we are creating carries on. And that's what I always want it to be. I want it to be a place that people want to be a part of the ensemble, because as long as there are groups out there making music, we want to be one of those groups making music too.
Watch full episodes of Artisodes every Thursday at 8 p.m. on WUCF-TV.